He's the grandson of legendary blues singer B.B. King. Christopher King is making it his mission to inspire and motivate today's youth with his nonprofit, The Gentleman's Course, which teaches social and professional etiquette in real-life situations. And lucky for us, Christopher joins us today. How are you today?
I am outstanding.
Well, I was going to say, I asked that question because he always has great answers every time. You're always so upbeat and positive just in the short minutes we've been sitting here talking. But I think first we need to touch on the fact that obviously your legacy, being a grandson of B.B. King. Yes. What was the relationship like?
The relationship with my grandfather was one thing that's truly humbling. It's an experience because a lot of people looked at him as a person, you know, the general celebrity. He was the guy that everybody wanted to meet, but he was still Papa. You know, we can sit back in a room, have those conversations. We can, you know, just have general family time. But his advice and his inspiration was one thing that I cherished the most.
And Christopher, you joked music might not necessarily be in your blood.
No, I can't play a guitar, stroke anything, blow a horn, nothing. It's not happening.
But what you did learn, you said, from your pawpaw, I'm going to say pawpaw, was business.
Business sense.
Explain that a little bit.
Yes, you know, being on the road and getting on and off that tour bus, you get to meet a lot of creative and unique people throughout the industry. But one thing he taught me was business savvy, learning how to actually have conversations with people, introduce them to what it is you want. And you never know what might happen on the back end. You might get something in return.
Well, one thing that you're doing, and I'm sure you're not even thinking about what to get in return, is the Gentleman's Course.
Correct.
Explain what this is and why you wanted to begin it.
So the Gentleman's Course was something that was inspired through a few people, but it was based around my love for fashion and ability to actually educate and teach people a better way of life. You know, etiquette instruction in youth is very important, and we've tied that together with human rights awareness as well as human trafficking awareness because, you know, Florida is ranked 3rd in the nation for human trafficking of youth 12 through 18. So I have children, and it became dear to my heart. So I found a way to actually tie it all together, and now we have the Gentleman's Course Incorporated featuring the Gentleman's Ball, which is our annual fundraiser event that we host twice a year.
So before we get into the ball, explain as far as the course goes. You work with kids, you go out, teach them the basic etiquette that they might not necessarily get at home, right?
Correct. You know, and it's broken down as simple as even the utensils they use for the dinnerware. Some people don't know it's left to right, outside to in. There's 3 or 4 different forks, 3 or 4 different spoons, which one to use. So the utensil portion and the table mannerisms is very important because a lot of children don't know how to properly eat at a dinner table or the table topics that they use for conversations, what's good, what's bad, and what's taboo. So it's really just the basics. You know, advanced courses take a little more time, but we can do an introductory course in about a day or 2.
But don't you think it's more than just the basics? I'm going to use your word. It's more than that because it's almost motivation in a way because you're showing that you're learning these tools, but also you can go out and use these tools, apply. So it's a motivational thing as well.
Yes, it allows them, when I see the kids and their eyes open up, it allows them to actually see themselves becoming a better person in that moment, showing them a method of way of living that allows them to actually execute that as well as show other people I have a certain level of class about myself, and I know how to do it.
Which obviously helps in confidence.
Correct. Confidence, inspiration, perseverance, and that's a very big word for youth because perseverance is something that pushes them to actually achieve their goals, and some youth just don't have it, so we try to push that into them as well.
And you mentioned the Gentleman's Ball. I want to go back to that because the ball twice a year, and I think this is where people can get involved if you're interested in the message and help out.
Correct.
Explain the ball and what people need to know about it.
So the ball is the luxurious event that I have in Tampa,
you do love
Florida.
fashion, you said.
Yes, so clothing and attire, we change the themes twice a year, but it's an all-inclusive event from luxurious dinners, chef-prepared meals, live entertainment, silent auctions, live raffles, dancing, open bar. I mean, who doesn't like open bar? You know, it's a lot of fun, but we have a few guest speakers. We cover awareness as well. We give our annual report because, you know, nonprofits, we have to give that report of the community. So we use the ball to give our annual report for what we've done and what we plan to do.
What does the future hold for you, Christopher?
More work in Africa. We love going to Africa.
Yeah, he's also doing that. We probably don't have time to get on that one.
Africa is a whole nother chapter. We'll come back and do that another day.
Deal.
But future, I want the Gentleman's Course to be a worldwide organization, and that's what we're pushing towards, incorporating Youth for Human Rights and United for Human Rights International. It's just something that's a blessing for the world, and I hope everybody jumps on board.
Well, you are a blessing for joining us today and spreading this message. Keep up the good work. Thank you again. And a website or anything real quick that people can?
KingTheBrand.com.
There you go.